Hi everyone, it's me again. Sorry I couldn't get back to you the next day like I promised. That's why I need to not promise. A huge backup in my tub in my shower. The people came out and there's a broken pipe underneath my house. So they stopped the clog, but I'm still pouring water underneath my house. But they're coming back tomorrow to put new pipes in and repair it. And I thought they were coming today. I got an email saying they were coming today. And they said, huh? I repositioned my clients and everything, huh? And the Thomas John gig was canceled. So Vegas is closing down. My sister just contacted me. San Francisco is closing down as of tomorrow. I actually trekked to the store today. Thank God I'm an overbuyer from Costco of toilet paper before this. But I've got plenty, so. And my son's birthday was yesterday, so that was nice. And somebody's horn's going off. So, we have some stuff to talk about. I actually watched the President of the United States talking today on TV with all the other people. Much calmer. Did you notice that? Although he still likes to call himself just tremendous and what a tremendous job he's done. He was a lot calmer. It wasn't as the nails on a scratchboard kind of thing. So let's take a look at what he's thinking. And listen, everybody's saying he's lying. No, he's not. I told you the last reading he's not sick with that virus. Other people may be sick, but he's not. I told you guys, remember? I threw and I said, doesn't show him being sick. And he got tested. I think the virus went for him and it said, ew. So, let's look at the president. So, I was listening to Violetta earlier today and she was talking about Russia. You know, I don't believe Russia either with the numbers, but I don't think it's Armageddon over there because they closed off their borders right away. You know, China didn't do that right away. And I'm almost feeling the same thing, but I'm going to double check with the United States. Like, because we're really, even though it seems ridiculous and everybody's all pissed off, it's actually going to work. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. But let me double check. Okay. And you know, this is going to ruin Donald Trump, but I will tell you that he's calmed down because he's feeling pretty lost. Let's check out his energy. He sounded sensible, for real. That's when he became president. I thought to myself, well, maybe at least he'll be sensible. You know, he's okay until you get him in front of a crowd of people and he starts talking trash and they love it. Did any of you guys watch that Hillary on Hulu? There's a documentary, Hillary. It was actually really good. Even my son sat here and watched it. It was good. So San Francisco is going on a 3-week lockdown, okay? The Eagles are supposed to perform. They might have to cancel. The second week of April, I think the Eagles perform. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Tell me about Donald J. Trump. How's he doing? Where's his mindset at? Did you guys read that book that Michael Wolff wrote, that he's actually frightened to go down to the Oval Office by himself in the morning because he sees or feels or hears ghosts? He's actually very frightened of it, so he won't go in unless somebody else is with him. So all the ghosts of presidents past will probably tell him, sucker! So, this is interesting. Okay, My guides are talking. You know, this is good stuff when they talk. He's energetically, he's frightened. He's frightened of what this virus is doing to his presidency, but he's also frightened at some of the moves they made. He's trying to shuffle it like, well, I got this covered. But it's like he hit somebody with his car and then acting like, well, you know, it's okay because this person is standing up again. Do you see what I'm saying? He's energetically, he's frightened that this is going to lay on him. He wants to get pissed off at FU and conspiracy like he did before. This is a Democratic, because he was calling it a hoax. And now he's got to backtrack. And listen, when he goes on, you guys, if you'll notice how he acts, when he shows his rear, and then when you really get him on something like, did you have Michael Cohen pay off that, that porn star, Stormy Daniels in the plane, remember? And you see that look he gets, that calming. Oh, no. He said, no, you'll have to ask my attorney. He said, no. Then he said, you'll have to ask my attorney. He gets kind of, not pissy, but kind of calm. So this calmness we're seeing now is something to do with, it's something to do with him feeling like he blew it, okay? Look at, I just touched my nose. I'm not, listen, I went to that grocery store. They were out of chicken. They were out of eggs. They had bread. They were out of milk. I had to go to the sweet section to just fill up on candy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Girls got to do what a girl's got to do. All the soups were gone. Fortunately, the thing is I heard Linda McCartney was like that too. You know, Paul always had little tiny refrigerators, and then when she became part of his life, she always had a big refrigerator with lots of food. That's me. I always have lots of food so I can make something. My parents lived with leftovers and that last piece of cheese that was melted. They just didn't believe in overshopping. Me, I overshop. I always afraid of going hungry. But I cook for my son every night, so. Okay. What can I tell everybody about Dante? One of the people, I don't know if you guys can tell me about this. One of the people that's doing the checks has got money either with Jared or with him. Somebody's making money off this. Here he is. Here he is. Did you hear that the Senate was trying to throw a no abortion thing in with this bill to help Americans? This is, I'm going to tell you guys, this is screwing them up. It is screwing them up. It's always about them. It's always about them. So it's energetically, you know, I think the cutting off of the borders and making people just stand down for 3 weeks is going to help. I really do. I plan on standing down because I just think the less we're out there. I did go to the store, but I wore, you know, my gloves. I used the people in the store, nobody had a mask on. But I just constantly had wipes and I had that stuff. I constantly was using that. So it just feels like people will, because once it pops into the arena, that's what I'm feeling. It's like jumps in and then it's boom, 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 boom. So he is actually worried. He's really worried. His fortune is going reverse. His fortune is reversed. He's sitting on the edge trying to figure out what to do. He's really hoping for some more help. Ooh, a lot of money's going out. So he said maybe June, July. What do you say, July, August? I mean, I think this whole thing will, not only is it going to go, it's going to be like they're going to come up with something to cure it. That's what I'm getting. It will be gone, but also we will have in place something bigger than the CDC, something that deals with this kind of mass thing, something that they put things in place immediately. And I see Trump throwing money at it. So, you know, he shouldn't have. He tried to act today on the news like, Yeah, they weren't set up for this. There was nothing in place. Well, you took money from everything that was in place. So, part of it, but he was like that calming. He wasn't that knee jerk like he gets, the stupid question or, he actually was talking calm. So that means he knows he's shit. He's in trouble. So anyway, okay. So thank you. Somebody just said you're welcome. Okay, so Trump is anxious, very anxious, but he's calming down and he's listening to the professionals. He has no choice. His backup is against the wall. And he's not sick with the virus. I'm going to tell you till I'm blue in the face. That's not what's taking him down. Not right now. And let's just ask, is there anybody else around him that could get sick from it? Some 21-year-old soccer player died in Spain, but he had leukemia. So, the good news is the young people are in good shape. Okay, so is there anyone else around him? I've always felt Barr wasn't doing well, just FYI. Anybody else that I can see? So they've all been tested. Okay, so it feels like somebody is of significance will cross because of this. There's more people sick, maybe even 9 people between Congress and stuff. And it's really weird because it's showing the Justice card, which might mean like Scotus, like somebody in Scotus might be sick. There's some heartbreak here, but it's not Armageddon. It's not showing the Tower. It's not showing the Four of Swords. 3 of Swords. The only card here is changes. This can mean a physical death, or it just means this virus, will even change how Congress and everybody works. It just feels like everything's getting shut down, and then we all sit in our corner and we wait. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, now, I can tell you this, and I'm going to tell you again because this is what they told me, and I can always trust my guides. They will actually come up with something for this, and this will be eradicated, not come back and hit us again. That's what I'm getting. Now, I know people were sending me the Sylvia Brown thing, and she said, and she did describe it. It comes on, it's like pneumonia, and then she said it disappears. I think it disappears because just like with Russia, everybody's closing their borders. And getting people to stop doing Disneyland and going to clubs and restaurants. It's just stopped, except that grocery store is packed. They probably should limit the number of people that go in the grocery store. They may end up doing that. But right now, I got enough to last me. I got enough cookies and whipped cream and stuff. So, okay, now, so Scotus is shutting down, and they've put the tax thing on hold for Trump. So give me an idea. Somebody just said June. So give me an idea. That's definitely coming out. I don't care how long they hold it down. And did you guys hear about that judge that wrote to Roberts and said, this is damn ugly how you're running this court. Woo-hoo. Even if he tries to act like, oh, well, I'm telling you, Roberts is a conservative, but he goes by the letter of the law. And there is a little bit of pressure on him, but I feel even because of all this stuff coming out, he's like, you know what, I'm just going to follow. I can't do this anymore. So go ahead. Tell me about releasing Trump's taxes. I saw him. Well, remember, he voted for the Obamacare. Okay? So he's the type of person that can go by the letter of the law. But I see him voting for something that's going to make Trump pissed. Maybe him voting for saying release these records and Trump's refusing or something. Maybe this is when Trump exits stage left. Tell me about Scotus shutting down. Now, everybody there is ancient. Except Kavanaugh, and he drinks enough beer to keep anything away. I like beer. Okay. It's showing 2 months. So April, May. Maybe they come to the decision by June. And people will be so happy with the outcome. They're going to look at this, you guys, and they'll finagle with it for a little bit. Like they're bringing up, you will even think, oh my God, are they going to give Trump the clear? But I don't see him doing it. He's got no choice. I'm telling you right now, follow the money. There's a lot of stuff we already know, but it's good to see it in black and white. Alrighty. Okay. So, now, I tried to get through the debate, but I'll be honest with you, I had a hard time because maybe it's without the audience or maybe without the tit for tat. It was a little hard. I like Biden, but he might be one of the choices, but I don't know. Between him and Bernie is very reasonable too, but he's so angry. So let's take a look. Tell me about Biden. Biden, how are you doing? How are you doing, Biden? Are you going to win this Tuesday? I'm hearing yes. Are you going to win by a landslide this Tuesday? Listen, don't worry about November. We're going to be voting in November. And even Trump on the news today said, they were saying, do you think we should, close down tomorrow's vote? And he said, no, you can't, watch it, keep them separate, but you can't really do that to people, which I was glad to hear him say. I'm telling you, it's like he's different. Gosh, I hope he doesn't get all nice. It's going to be hard. Come on, we don't want people to like him. No, I'm just kidding. But I appreciate the fact that he was reasonable. He still lied, but he was reasonable. And he seemed like he was very interested, and he was talking very knowledgeable about the virus and stuff. Sometimes he can get so, like you think who is he? And then sometimes he's engaged, and he was engaged and was taking lots of questions. Okay, so, and didn't say it was a hoax, and he didn't go into that bit, except he lied that there was nothing in place. There had been something in place, sir, and you removed it. Okay, so Biden looks good. Biden looks good. They're going to try to bring up some stuff on him, which we knew. But it's reversed. So although they try to hit him with the swords, they're upside down. His wife, he really gets along with his wife. Yeah, they're going to try to get him on the sun, but there really isn't, and I've heard this before by inside information I get, there's really not much they can get on Hunter. And they got to be careful about throwing, what's his name in there? Rudy, because Rudy's a liar too. And the people Rudy was talking to are lying. But see, they're going to try to hit him and hurt him, but they're not going to be able to do it. He's got really good cards. Let's take a look at Bernie. Everything Bernie says to me makes sense. He's very, very connected, with the consciousness of our younger people. He knows what we need and is sorry that it's not there. He hates the fact that student loans are ruining people in this healthcare situation. You know, like I have good health care because I'm a retired nurse and my county does it. But just like Bernie said, what if the county closes down? What if they go bankrupt like they did with the car dealerships, the Chevron, not Ford. Who do we have out here? Was it Ford? We had a plant out here, GM. And all those workers were worked all those years. The guys that retired, they ended up losing all their health care because they went broke. So, tell me about Bernie. Tell me about Bernie. He really wants to do this. He really wants to do this. And yeah, sometimes he'll get a little bit underhanded. But it's because he wants to do this. I don't see him necessarily doing it. I see the people around him kind of setting up some stuff that's not true. I think him and Biden got in kind of a tit for tat over that. Something about Social Security. But Biden's not going to cut Social Security. Neither is Bernie. See, the thing that's going to affect America is they're worried about where he's going to get the money to pay. That's very clear. And you know, I see Biden working with Warren. I see him getting her in the administration. She's going to help on a lot of the stuff that Bernie wants. If he gets elected, I see Warren. And I see him talking to Bernie, too. Bernie's got the 6 of Wands, though, so it's not over yet for him. It's more of a struggle for him than it is for Biden. You know, the youth really want him. And fortunately, the way the numbers are, first of all, if Biden loses, I see them voting for Bernie. I will vote for Bernie if Biden loses. I will vote for whoever. I do see that. I do see the opposite if Bernie loses. In fact, Hillary Clinton had a group that refused to vote for Obama. I can't remember the name of them, but they said, no, we're not even going to vote for Obama. But the good news is either candidate, they have enough to beat Trump. Whether this group decides not to vote, they have enough to beat Trump. I don't think anybody sat down and really told Trump the truth, you guys. I really do not. I really do not. Now, we're getting ready to have another boom bomb. What's his name? Anybody know what happened with Bolton? I just saw Bolton's face. Maybe they've shut down that book. Something's coming up. Somebody's getting ready to rat tank on Trump. Let's just take a look, see. I just got that hit. So tell me about... I'm wearing my night robe. That's how much I love you guys. I got all spruced up. I got a t-shirt and my night robe. That's because it's cold in here. And I don't like to put the heater on too high because my son's, he always closes his door to make his room too hot. You know, he's got a smaller room. Heat the whole house and that room will be on fire. $4,200 for the work underneath the house. $561 for the trip he made out here Friday. Or Saturday. He came out Saturday. Always, if you can, marry a plumber. Hey, listen, I was going to tell you, too, in the future, we're going to have a lot more, you know how they're saying a lot of jobs are going to be lost to automatic type of energy, but I see a lot of jobs like plumber and mechanics and stuff like that. I see very short courses of getting people in there. I see them giving tax credits or money to people to hire you as an intern, and I see people making good money. Ta-da, I said that. Okay. What's coming up? Something else is getting ready to come up. Poor Italy. It's just awful. If you're over 80, they're just going to give you morphine, you know. It's called triaging. I used to triage. And people come in and say, I can't talk. Wait, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. You say, but if you're talking, you're breathing. Ma'am, my foot is killing me. Took an ambulance. Ma'am, my foot is killing me. I said, well, sir, how long's that been going on? Since last week. Okay, but you don't seem like you need a bed right now. Why don't you go sit and wait? Because you're mobile and, you just complain your foot hurts, but you're not limping. Okay, but will I get a bus token and a sack lunch? Isn't that sad? People coming in because they want a sack lunch. Okay, so. Ooh, justice will be served. Justice will be served. Justice will be served. 7 of Cups. I think this stock market thing is really affecting people too. The stock market will rally, you guys. Again, it looks terrible, but it's going to rally. There's some bad news. Tell me what you mean. Tell me what you mean by that. Justice will be served in it's some sort of conflict or something's getting ready to happen. But the American people win the day. What do you mean by the Knight of Swords? There's some more stuff coming up on Trump. This is my Trump card. There's some more stuff coming up on Trump. And it's secret and it's sort of under the table and I see courts, I see hearings. He might get so many hits all at once, not just the virus, that he says, I'm out of here. I'm done with you people. Because the truth card, the court card, the judge card is sitting right there. So, but nobody's blaming him for the virus. They're blaming him that he was an idiot and called it, because did you see the churchgoers are saying, still come to church? And his people listened to him, even though he's changed his direction and said, no, this is serious. They still think, it's a hoax. Yeah, we're going to church. We're going to go on the floor and lick the floor. That's how safe we feel. Just pray for them. Yeah, there's something coming up, you guys. Something splashed all over the newspaper. MSNBC, CNN, all those places are running. It's like, whoa. Maybe his numbers are getting ready to plummet too. Maybe his numbers are getting... I went down, the stock market goes right down to where it was when Obama left office. Yeah, he can't be scowling and throwing any more money at anything because it's not going to work. Right now, everybody's afraid and they're just going to take a very conservative approach. And that little doctor, whatever his name is, the little short guy, people were like, oh, he's going to lose his job because he talked opposite of Trump. He was up there talking opposite of Trump. Trump's letting him. He knows he can't get rid of him. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you guys. I wonder if all this drama is about, what's his name? Michael Flynn. Okay, so the DOJ had all the records of him saying, I'm telling you the truth. This is what happened, okay? Michael Flynn. And now they're suddenly saying the stuff disappeared, so now Trump says, I'm going to, forgive him or whatever they do. Michael Flynn thinks he's got it in like Flynn. He thinks he's got it in the bag. Trump's got my back. But Trump jumped the gun and saying stuff that isn't true. Because I think the DOJ still has the records. I'm not feeling good about Barr either, you guys. Tell me about somebody big's going to die pretty soon. I'm sorry I always do that. I just see headlines. It might be somebody like Barr or something. Remember Thomas? I didn't feel good about Thomas. Don't worry about our gal, Ruth. She's fine. What's going on with Michael Flynn? What's the outcome of Michael Flynn? You know, even if Trump forgives him, I see them coming back on Flynn. So when Trump's out of office, they'll pull him in again. Michael Flynn isn't looking good, you guys. Justice will be served. Trump's numbers may end up falling so bad that he better think twice before he starts, you know, forgiving people. Because he only forgives con men. He doesn't forgive, well, a couple of good people he forgave, but follow the money. Follow the money. Okay, here's the deal. His life is over with, Michael Flynn. Okay, so if either he's going to serve jail time, but it's saying justice is served. So they may say guilty as charged. And maybe Trump does come in and say, hey, dude, I'm making you an offer. And initially Trump thinks, or Flynn thinks, yay, yay. But money-wise, Flynn's getting hit big time. I mean, he's going to be broker than he was before. And Trump ain't going to help him because Trump's trying to hold on to his money. So he's judged. Flynn is judged no matter what, just like Trump is judged. No matter what. So anybody can pardon him, but he's judged. And money is leaving him big time. So they're coming in. It may be that by the time he pardons Flynn, we get a new president or something. We got another president in there. And the new people will come in and say, like he's being sued or something. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so my beautiful people, I've talked over 30 minutes. So I just want to ask real quick before we check out. Is there anything you want to tell me? Is there anything else you want to tell me? I've got a bunch of names of pet mediums. I've got a lot of people that have tossed their name and number in the hat. I'll start posting them on my YouTube on the bottom in the box that has my link to set up an appointment, etc. Can you tell me? Is there anything else you want to tell me? I'm feeling an earthquake. And there's always earthquakes, I know, but I'm feeling a good size shaker. I don't know if it's in the United States. It feels towards the north. Maybe it's Alaska. Yeah, see, they're showing the tower. So some natural something, a volcano, an earthquake, something else. And I always tell you guys that, and I'm sorry. It's going to cause distress, but the sun is the outcome. So even though it's hard on people and people are crying and sitting up crying, remember, the guides never look at death as a horrible thing. It's almost like they're free, they're home again. And even the dead look at me and say, I don't know why everybody's so upset. I'm cool. So, okay, so this is my video for today, and I'm going to sit down. I'll give you guys some of the pet psychic stuff, and then I'm going to sit down and do some calls on people who wanted. I got so many, it's just outrageous. But just just talk for them briefly, maybe 10 minutes, just to talk to a deceased loved one, see how I get them. Okay, you guys? You take care. Ciao.